What is up, everybody? It's your boy Cody with Blood Money MMA Bets, and I'm back with another full card breakdown for UFC San Antonio, Vera versus Sandhagen. Excellent card. It's going to have an excellent main event. I'm looking forward to a couple fights on this card. I really like the bets that I have in. I took a couple fights that I really liked on this card, and I just mixed them around and put some really good tickets together, and then I got me a nice underdog. A lot of stuff. Before we get into all that, everybody please hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, hit the bell notification if you haven't. Please leave a comment to help the algorithm. Everybody, if you want to join the Layer Cake and Discord, where everybody's in there giving free tips on hockey, tennis, UFC, and then we talk on UFC nights and all that. It is now free. The link is in the descriptions. Go ahead and check that out. My Patreon is up and running for anybody that wants to help support the channel. Get my early bets. I already got all 5 bets in for this card. I got 3 in for UFC 287, and already beat a ton of line movement on that too. But yeah, it's just to support the channel. My picks are still going to be free on here and stuff. But another thing, contest winner that won the stadium jacket is Broken Native. So send me a message on Instagram or Twitter, and I will get that coat sent out to you. We had another winner, Luke, that had a 4-fight parlay, but it was a 3-fight parlay. And then even if I took any of his three winning bets out of the 4 and put them together, it still didn't have better odds than Broken Native. So congratulations, Broken Native. Get a hold of me. We are going to do a quick recap of UFC 286. I'm sorry, of UFC 286, and then we will get right into this UFC 287 card. UFC, we'll get into the UFC San Diego card. Sorry, my head got all screwed up there. UFC 286 recap, man. I went 2-3 on my bets for minus 2.25 units. My 2 winning bets, I had Nelson parlayed with the short over 1.5. I won 3.4 units on that, and that was pretty easy bet. Second winning bet wasn't so easy. Vittori by decision plus 2.5 units on that, and that was a super close fight. 3 losing bets, Fiziev under 2.5, man, and them guys were banging, throwing bombs the whole fight, but just neither one of them got finished. Second losing bet, Usman by unanimous decision. I don't hate that I took a stab at Kamaru Usman. He just, I don't know. I thought it was a draw, but it is what it is. And the third losing bet that caused me a $515 swing was the Dusko over 1.5. And as we know, he blew his knee out. The fight was going how I wanted it to go. It was grappling up against the fence. They wasn't out at distance striking, and freaking knee goes out. So 2-3 minus 2.25 units. My official bet record overall, 204 and 144 for plus 73.45 units. So I'm still up 73 units, still a winning gambler. And 2023, 25 and 19 for minus 2.95 units. And I've lost 3 weeks in a row. I've lost like 6.55 units, man. And in those 3 weeks, my losses, it all came down to Shevchenko, Jan, and Usman, man, where I could have won if any of them guys had won on my last fight. And yeah, none of them did it. It's weird because, them people's dominated in their divisions over the last 5 years, other than the weird stuff with Jan, the decisions that didn't go his way and stuff. But yeah, man, it is what it is. I guarantee I'm going to win this weekend. Yeah, like I said, dude, I've been doing this for a while. I've been proving that I'm good, and it's going to keep going. So let's get into let me see here. Let's get into this UFC San Diego card because it's going to be really good, man. It's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be fun to watch as a fan. It's definitely going to be fun to have some bets on. But first fight of the night is Tamires Vidal versus Hailey Cowan. Tamires Vidal is 7-1, currently sitting at plus 115. You see, she was minus 230 to start. 24 years old. She's 5'6" with a 68-inch reach. Hailey Cowan is 7-2. She's currently sitting at minus 140 now. She's 31 years old, 5'8" with a 69-inch reach. Tamires Vidal, she impressed me with her last win over Ramona Pascal. She seems like she's pretty well-rounded. She's got decent wrestling. She's got good jiu-jitsu. You see, she's got a couple submission wins on her record. She's got a Kimura. She's got a heel hook. She's got the illegal knees that she ate from Aileen Perez in a fight that they had where she kept getting kicked in the crotch and then got the illegal knees. But she's got some decent wins. The Martina Jindrova win, that girl's not bad. Ramona Pascal is not bad. That flying knee, the switch knee to the body, to right to the liver, was sick. She's got decent striking. She's got decent straight punches. She's got good offensive and defensive wrestling. It looks like not great, not good, but she has it. And she's got dangerous BJJ, which is dangerous for Cowan, man. But she looks like she's improving every fight. Like I said, her striking looks good. Her boxing looks good. Obviously, she's got flying knees. She's got good jiu-jitsu. She's got good wrestling. Hailey Cowan, on the other hand, I'm not that impressed with her, to be honest, man. I think she's a big girl. She's strong. She's physical. She has decent kickboxing, southpaw kickboxing. She's got a good clinch against the cage because she's really strong. She's physically strong. She's got decent scrambles on the ground when she's taken down, but that's because she's just uses strength and very physically strong, like you've seen on the Ultimate or the Contender Series. The girl she fought on the Contender Series was pretty good, but the striking was pretty good. The only place she really won at was the clinch against the cage. That girl took her down, almost choked her out, and 2 different times in the second round. And the third round was back and forth. I kind of thought the other girl won. She got choked out by this girl who was 1-2, literally like 39 years old. She's like 38 at the time. 1-2. She got guillotine choked by this girl in the second round. I'm not that high on her. I think her grappling is sloppy. I think that she's going to go on the ground and give up some type of submission at some point to Vidal, man. I think Vidal's got better striking. Like that one flying knee was better than any of the striking I've seen Hailey Cowan do, except like she had like a head kick knockout really early in her career. So I'm taking Tamires Vidal, and I actually think she gets the sub victory. Next fight. Actually, I don't have them in that order. My orders are always messed up. Next fight is in the men's 155-pound division. We got Manuel Torres, 13-2. He's currently sitting at about -140. He's 5'10" with a 73-inch reach. Trey Ogden is 16-5. He's currently sitting at +120. 33 years old, 5'11" with a 72-inch reach. And this is going to be a very interesting fight. Manuel Torres, excellent boxing, excellent striking, man. Throws crazy power, has excellent hooks that he throws with both hands. Really good jab, long, tall kicks and punches. He has powerful calf kicks, man. Like, I really like his striking. I really like that he uses his length, his reach. He's not going to have that much length and reach here in this fight, actually. But excellent finisher. He's got good striking from either stance. He throws power and goes for the finish from the start, man. And his jiu-jitsu, it doesn't look bad, but it's all against low-level guys. So we really don't know what he has. But he has been submitted 2 different times. He was submitted by kind of recently, in 2019, he was submitted by this guy that was 6-0, Nibar, and he was submitted with a heel hook by this guy that was 8-7. And that was just a couple years ago. He did knock out Frank Camacho. He poked England in the eye and then was able to get the finish there. That was a weird fight on the Contender Series. But the Frank Camacho fight looked good, but Frank Camacho is not that great. I mean, he got knocked out by Justin James. Trey Ogden, man, I was really impressed with him in his last fight against Daniel Zellhuber. Yeah, he didn't really come out and fight like himself. Zellhuber didn't, but I mean, Trey Ogden was doing good, and to stifle him with his striking, he mixed in some takedowns. He's got really good jiu-jitsu. He's got good timing on his takedowns. He's got powerful leg kicks. He's got good striking. He's not a finisher with KOs, though. He's got 0 KOs. He's never lost by KO too, which is a big thing in this fight. But he's got 11 submission wins. His fight that he lost against Jordan Levitt, he had Jordan Levitt in a crazy guillotine at the end of the first round and almost choked Levitt out. And Jordan Levitt's high-level jiu-jitsu is the only reason that he was able to survive that. I really like Trey Ogden here, man. I think he's got, and one other thing too is this Torres, he finishes everybody. He goes so hard from the beginning of the fight that he finishes everybody in the first round, man. And he's fought a lower level of competition, but look, all first round. He had a split decision there. All the rest of them are first round finishes, and he goes so hard. You could even tell in the Frank Camacho fight, 3 minutes and 27 seconds in, and 3 minutes into the fight, he was already taking big breaths. I mean, he had hurt Camacho a couple times, but Trey Ogden's way better than Camacho, and he's got way better wrestling and way better jiu-jitsu. He's never been knocked out. I think Manuel Torres goes out, tries to finish Trey Ogden, comes out hard like he always does, because he hasn't fought no good competition. He hasn't fought a guy that can stay in there with him past the first round. He's going to come out and he's going to blow his load, man. And Trey Ogden has the striking to stand with him, the durability to last. And then he's going to start using his grappling. And I got Trey Ogden. I think he gets a second round submission, maybe even late first round, but second, early third round submission, somewhere in there. But I like Trey Ogden as the dog. I really like him in this fight. Next fight is Vinicius Salvador versus Victor Altamirano. And as a flyweights, this is going to be a crazy high-paced fight, man. Vinicius Salvador is 14-4, currently sitting at -115. This is a pick 'em fight, man, near even, basically. 26 years old. He's 5'7" with a 70.5-inch reach. Victor Altamirano, 11-2, currently sitting at -105. 32 years old, 5'8" with a 70.5-inch reach. So they got about the same reach. Salvador, man, is a crazy striker. This dude has 14 fights. He's a flyweight. And if you see here, look, he's got 13 KOs and 1 submission. He's finished all of his wins, man. At flyweight, that's crazy. His win on the Contender Series was really nice, where he showed really good boxing, was able to box up Shannon Ross in the first round, hurt him a couple times. Second round, he slowed down. He looked like he was slowing down big time, and Shannon Ross was starting to get off on him, but then he cracked him with another giant shot and was able to get the finish there. But yeah, man, I think he's good. He trains with Amanda Hebas. He's got crazy KO power in both hands. He's got a flashy showboat style. Like, he'll start talking crap. He'll move around. He throws awkward strikes. I've seen him throw like backwards leg kicks. His problem is he can be taken down. He can be controlled on the ground, and then he can get finished on the ground. Got finished by ground and pound to Fiallo, who just fought Makiev. He got finished by arm triangle by Rafael Costa. He was TKO'd by this dude right down here way back in the day. He's been fighting forever, man. He's 26 years old. He's been fighting since 2013. So he's been fighting since he was like 17. But I really do like his power. I like his striking. But it's going to be tough against Victor Altamirano because he's not a guy that just gets finished. I mean, he's been submitted by rear naked choke by Jared Brooks, who's really, really good. And he got him early on in his career. And then when he was amateur, he had gotten submitted a couple times, but he seemed to patch that hole up in his game, and he's looked pretty good lately. Daniel Da Silva, who is terrible glass cannon, he was able to get him out of there in the first round. He got dropped in that, but he showed great composure to regain himself, and then was able to drop him with a body shot and got some crazy ground and pound. I thought he won the Carlos Hernandez fight. The Carlos Candelario fight was close. He fights a lot of close fights, but I just think in this fight that he's going to weather the storm in the first round. He might even get dropped, but he's going to keep coming and wear down Vinicius Salvador. And I think he can get some grappling going. And that's where Salvador really lacks in his fighting, is his grappling. He can be taken down and he can be held down. And I think that Victor Altamirano will be able to do that at some point in this fight by the second round, start taking over after surviving a tough first round. And I think Victor Altamirano either gets a late finish or a decision win. Next fight we have is in the men's featherweight division. We got Steven Peterson versus Lucas Alexander. Steven Peterson is 19-10. He's currently sitting at -175. 32 years old, 5'10" with a 70-inch reach. Lucas Alexander is 7-3, currently sitting at +140. He's 27 years old, 5'11" with a 73-inch reach. So 1 inch taller, 3 inches of reach. Steve Peterson, man, he's a veteran. He's been fighting forever. You see 19-10. The dude has 10 losses. He's only been finished one time by KO, and that was way back in the day. Very, very tough. You seen his fight with Julian Erosa. That was a dog fight war, man. He's very well-rounded. He's got good wrestling, decent wrestling. He's got pretty good jiu-jitsu, which is he's got 6 TKO wins, 7 submission wins. So he's got good ground game, man. But he's just super tough and durable. He's able to survive with Chase Hooper, who we've seen has a good ground game. He was able to sorry about that. He was able to knock out Martin Bravo. But he lost to Alex Caceres, Luis Pena, Brandon Davis, like people that are able to dance around him and stop his takedowns are able to beat him. But man, this guy is so tough, so durable, keeps a really good pace. And just got tons and tons of experience, where he's fighting a guy in Lucas Alexander who's 7-3. He's only got 10 fights. He's lost almost half of them. He came in last fight and fought Joe Anderson Brito, and was submitted really quick. All of his losses are by submission. All 3 of his losses are by submission. They're not even a great guys, 5-2, 5-3, and that was a couple years ago. But he's fought such a low level of competition. I mean, 8-5, 5-4. Jacob Kilburn, he won that by injury. He threw a couple body kicks, and Kilburn blocked one of them, and it broke his arm. But this Ty Johnson dude was actually taking him down, and he got some takedowns on him, and this guy was terrible, dude. Look at this guy. This guy was actually able to land a couple takedowns on him and get a lot of control time on him. And I just don't like Lucas Alexander. His striking's good. He's got good movement, good striking, good body kicks and leg kicks. He's got good boxing, power kicks, and a decent get up game. But he's so easy to take down. I just don't even think his striking's all that good. He's got a lot of decisions. I think 4 of his 7 wins are by decision. I just don't think he's going to be able to hurt this Peterson or keep Peterson off him. And I think Peterson's going to be able to out grapple him. And I think he gets a submission win, just like everybody else has been able to do to him. By that 2nd or 3rd round, he's going to wear on Lucas Alexander because Steven Peterson's a dog, man. He's a junkyard dog. He's going to wear on Alexander and get that finish, man. He almost finished Julian Erosa, and I kind of almost thought he won that fight. It was super, super close, and Julian Erosa's a beast. So, yeah, man, give me Steven Peterson in that fight. Next fight is in the men's 170-pound division. We got Trevin Giles taking on Preston Parsons. Trevin Giles is 15-4, currently sitting at even money. 30 years old, 6 foot with a 74-inch reach. Preston Parsons 10-3, currently sitting at -110. 27 years old, 5'11 with a 72-inch reach, basically even. You got Giles 1 inch taller, 2 inches of reach. Trevin Giles, man, I like him and I don't like him. I've lost a lot of money on him. I've picked him because he has all the skills to be a great fighter, man. He's got good offensive and defensive wrestling. He's got good jiu-jitsu. He's got good striking. He's just super low output. He has bad fight IQ, man. Getting choked out back here. I was betting on him back in these days when he was getting choked out by Zach Cummings with 59 seconds left in the fight, doing dumb stuff. Jared Mearshart, same thing. Rolling around with Mearshart when you're winning the fight and you're down there grappling with him. And he has the bad gas tank. That's why he got submitted late in these fights too. But he got dropped by Cummings actually. But yeah, man, he just has not looked that great. He's got that win over Roman Dolidze, which is questionable. He's got the win over James Krause, that was questionable. The loss to Dricus, the loss to Michael Morales, where he's finished in both. And then he looked terrible against Luis Cosi, man. He's very low output. He has terrible fight IQ, and he's been finished in all 4 of his losses. But he's got good striking, just low output. He's got a good jab. And like I said, good offensive and defensive wrestling. Preston Parsons, man, I really like him. He pushes a heavy pace. He's got good jiu-jitsu. He's got good wrestling, and he's got pretty good striking. All of his wins besides his last one are by submission. He's got 9 submission wins and 1 decision over Evan Elder, who came in on short notice up a weight class. But we've seen how good Evan Elder is, and he was able to dominate him the whole time. Came in on short notice, fought Daniel Rodriguez and was knocked out. But he's decent, man. Like, he's got good wrestling. Like I said, his striking isn't terrible. He's not going to have better striking than Trevin Giles, though. And I just don't really think that he's going to have the better offensive wrestling here. I think Trevin Giles will be able to stop most of his takedowns, but the grappling does slow Trevin Giles down a lot. So he may be able to get his grappling going, and you never know by the 3rd round if Trevin Giles gasses out like he has throughout his career. Preston Parsons could get a submission, but I'm going to pick Trevin Giles to be able to stop most of them takedowns, be able to scramble with him and get up if he needs to, and then just to have the better overall fight game, the better striking, better grappling as far as sweeps and stuff. But I don't know, man. I'm staying away from that fight. I don't like that fight at all. Next fight is in the men's 145-pound division. We got Daniel Pineda versus Tucker Lutz. Daniel Pineda is 27-14. He's 37 years. He's currently sitting. Well, he's currently sitting ahead, about like -170. 37 years old, 5'7" with a 70-inch reach. Tucker Lutz is 12-2. Tucker Lutz is currently sitting at -285, and Daniel Pineda is currently sitting at +220. Tucker Lutz is 28 years old, 5'8" with a 72-inch reach, so he's 1 inch taller with a 2-inch reach. Daniel Pineda, man, it's tough. I'm going to stay away from this fight because it's tough because Daniel Pineda is super, super tough, man. He's got powerful calf kicks. He's got really powerful body kicks. He's got good offensive and defensive wrestling. He's got good power in his hands. Excellent BJJ. He's got 18 submissions on his record, man. You've seen him be able to crucifix and pound out Herbert Burns with excellent ground and pound. He's got good offensive and defensive wrestling, good jiu-jitsu, good striking with excellent power with calf kicks. Kind of slows down. I mean, I don't know. He looked good against Herbert Burns in that fight because he won the 1st round, staying on top with ground and pound. The 2nd round, Herbert Burns came out, took him down, got him in a couple bad positions, and he fought out of them and was able to reverse Herbert Burns and get him in the crucifix and elbow him out. So I don't know if his cardio is that bad, but he's kind of like a killer be killed dude. I mean, he's only been finished. He's been finished recently. He should have got finished by Andre Feely. He got external eye poke, but he was getting roughed up in that fight. And then against Cub Swanson, he got finished there, but he looked really good in the 1st round. Got finished versus Georgie Karakian, but before that, man, 3 decisions out of 4. He I just think he's very tough and he's a very dangerous fighter, man. Tucker Lutz, I bet him against Pat Sabatini, and he got worked. He's not bad. I like his striking. He looked good against Kevin Aguilar. You know, the Sabatini. You know, Sabatini's going to do that to people. If he can out wrestle you, it's going to be a long night. But he looked good in both of his fights on the Ultimate or Contender Series. He's just not dangerous, man. This guy just really wants to get the win. You see, his last 4 fights went to decision. He's got pretty good leg and body kicks. I like he throws a lot of kicks to the body. I really like that. He's got decent boxing. He's got a really, really good left hook, man. Check left hook. Anytime he uses that left hand and left hook, it's really nice. He's got good wrestling and he's got good timing on his takedowns. He comes from a wrestling background. He wrestled in high school and all that. Really good top control when he gets on top. He's got really good volume, really good ground and pound from the top too. Excellent grab volume, like he'll be able to stay on top and not get taken off because he's constantly throwing something. But really not that dangerous, man. He's got really good cardio and he's got really good toughness, but he's just not that dangerous for me. I do like him to get the win here, but I'm not going to bet it. I just think that he'll be able to land the takedowns later in the fight and be able to control Pineda. But dude, Pineda is very dangerous and he could come out here and finish Tucker Lutz in that first round for sure, man. He's just dangerous everywhere. Submissions, striking. So I'm going to stay away from that fight, but I am going to take Tucker Lutz, man, to get that win there. And a pretty exciting fight. I think it probably goes under just because Pineda's a finisher. And if he doesn't, he'll probably get finished. But I don't know because, like, Tucker Lutz ain't a finisher. You know what I mean? And he might be able to just hold Pineda down and not finish him. So I'm not sure on that fight. I don't really like it. I don't really feel all that comfortable and definitely not compelled to bet it. Next fight is in the men's flyweight division. We got CJ Vergara versus Daniel Da Silva. CJ Vergara is 10-4-1. He's currently sitting at minus 260. He's 31 years old, 5'6" with a 68-inch reach. Daniel Da Silva is 11-4, currently sitting at plus 190. 26 years old, 5'6" with a 70-inch reach. CJ Vergara, man, I like him. He's got good striking. He's got really good knees to the body. You seen on the Contender Series, he was able to finish his opponent, Bruno Correa, early in the fight with knees, and that dude's actually really good. He got Odie Osborne. He started roughing him up in the 3rd round, hit him with some knees, actually got a lot of ground and pound in. He's got a really good win over Kletzen Rodriguez. I don't know if he won, but it was definitely a back and forth, really close fight. Kletzen Rodriguez is a savage. And then he got armbarred by Tatsuro Taira, who that's going to happen. Taira is a super good prospect, man. He's a bad dude. But I like Vergara. He's well-rounded. He's got good offensive wrestling. He's got good defensive wrestling and get-up game. You've seen against Kletzen Rodriguez. He was able to hurt Klitz into the body in the 2nd round, and then he was able to take him to the ground and beat him up, man. He was a really good ground and pound. Pushes a really good cardio and pace. He's got excellent body work with knees and punches, man. He's constantly working that body, and that's definitely going to help him here. He's got really good top control, really good ground and pound. He's very tough and very, very durable. You've seen with the fights with O'Day and Kletzen, man, always coming forward, taking big shots to give big shots. His opponent, Daniel Da Silva, is terrible. Like, he's not terrible. He's really good for 55 seconds, but he makes Jordan Wright, the Beverly Hills Ninja, look durable, man. Ground and pounded out by Victor Altamirano, who doesn't finish anybody. He grounded him, pounded him out in the 1st round. He had Altamirano hurt, couldn't get the finish. Altamirano hurt him to the body and then finished him. Figueiredo knee barred him, and Figueiredo is not good. Knee barred him 1 minute. Molina finished him in the 2nd round. After a pretty decent first half of the round, then he slows down, man. He basically gives up. He's a terrible hammer and terrible nail. This is a bad fight for him because CJ Vergara is a junkyard dog, dude. If you don't get submitted by Tiara, he's fighting you all 3 rounds and getting stronger and stronger as the fight goes. I got Vergara by late 1st round finish or early 2nd round finish. I think he survives the 55-second storm Daniel Da Silva has to offer, and then I think he takes over, man. And either takes him to the ground and beats him up or just drops him with body shots. This kid could take a body shot from Altamirano. So definitely give me Vergara, and I think his toughness is going to definitely keep him from getting finished by Da Silva before Da Silva gasses out. And then from there, he is going to throw a beating on Da Silva, dude. So yeah, definitely give me CJ Vergara there. Next fight is going to be phenomenal. We got Nate Landwehr versus Austin Lingo, man. Nate Landwehr, 16-4, currently sitting at minus 220. The line has dropped. 34 years old. He's 5'9" with a 70.5-inch reach. Austin Lingo, 9-1, currently sitting at plus 180. He's 28 years old, 5'10 with the 70-inch reach. So these guys are about the same size. Landwehr, you see, is almost 35 years old, though 7 years older. He's took a lot more damage than Lingo. But man, I like Landwehr, dude. He's good everywhere. He's got excellent takedown defense. He's got good takedowns himself. His submissions are getting better. You've seen in the Ludovic Klein fight. He's got really nice power in his hands. You've seen he can take a beating and just keep going. He's a legit junkyard dog. You've seen against David Onama. Great fight with Ludovic Klein before he was able to get that finish in the third round. Julian Erosa, that flying knee sucked. I'd bet on him there, and he hurt Erosa with his own knee, and then Erosa got up and chased him and hit him with the flying knee and knocked him out. That win over Darren Elkins was nice. That wasn't Darren Elkins wasn't super washed, but it looked good. He had 3-round war. Herbert Burns' knee was another terrible one. I bet him there. I bet him in all these fights, man, because I watched his tape, but I knew he was a dog. But yeah, man, he's just he's just super good, super well-rounded everywhere, and a dog, junkyard dog, excellent cardio, excellent boxing, good wrestling everywhere. He's good, man. I really favor his striking in this match with the kicks and everything. Austin Lingo, lights out Lingo, hasn't been fighting all that much. He hasn't fought in almost 2 years again. Fought Jacob Kilburn, Luis Saldana. He's got really good boxing. He's got really good forward pressure. He's got really good cardio. He's got really good toughness, but he's just super one-dimensional, man. All he does is box with some power and some nice combos, but he's so one-dimensional that if he doesn't knock out Landwehr, he's not going to win, and I don't think he knocks out Landwehr. And he seemed to slow down even with Luis Saldana, and Landwehr is not going to slow down. So give me Nate to train Landwehr. I'm going to say by decision because Lingo has been super durable. So I would be looking at the over in that too. But yeah, man, yeah, give me I'm sorry, freaking give me Landwehr, and it should be a really good fight, man. Next fight, it could be fight of the night. It probably will be. They're both junkyard dogs. Next fight's in the men's flyweight division. We have Alex Perez versus Manel Kape. Alex Perez, 24-7, currently sitting at plus 170. 31 years old, 5'6", with a 65.5-inch reach. Manel Kape, 18-6. He's currently sitting at minus 180. He's 5'5" with a 68-inch reach. So you see that Perez 1 inch taller, but Manel's gonna have a 2.5-inch reach. Alex Perez, man, this dude's got good striking. He's got really good boxing. He's got powerful leg kicks, as you've seen in the Jussier Formiga fight. He's got good wrestling, man. He's got really good wrestling. He's got really good submissions of his own. His submission defense is not the greatest. You see he was submitted by Pantoja in 1 minute 31 seconds. You see he was submitted by Davison Figueiredo in 1 minute 57 seconds in his last 2 fights. He's been submitted 5 times overall. But he's very well rounded. He's got some decent wins in his career, man. But Jose Torres win was nice. But he just sticks his neck out there, and look at all these canceled fights. So he's only fought since 2020. He's only fought 3 times. So and you know what, 3 years, a little over 3 years, fought 3 times. He's 1-2. The win over Formiga looked really good, but Formiga is really not that great. And he just leg kicked the crap out of him. But he was looking okay against Figueiredo. He even got to take down before he got guillotined. And Pantoja, he just got worked. But he's really not that bad. He's just fighting the toughest people in the world. Manel, Starboy Kape, man, this dude is good. Explosive striking. He got crazy knees like you seen him hit O'Day Osborne with. Crazy punches like you seen him get Zagauskas Zumagulov out of there with, and nobody finishes Zumagulov, man. And he was able to get him out of there with punches, and he hurt David Dvorak all over the cage, man. He was beating him up all over the cage. That was a really good win. He's looking really good in these last 3 wins. He came into the UFC with a ton of hype, started off real slow against Pantoja and Nicolau, but man, he's turned it on. His jiu-jitsu looks good. He can be taken down, but he's got a good get-up game. He's got excellent flying knees. He's got super fast hands, man. He's so fast, so explosive, so powerful, and he's very, very, very accurate. Excellent striking defense. I got to take Manel Kape here, man. I think that he's able to, if he's taken down, he's able to work his way back up, and eventually he's either going to land a submission or he's going to land the big shot. We've seen 5 submissions out of Manel Kape, 11 KO, but I've got Manel Kape, and I got him by finish, man. I think that he either, like I said, gets the submission or just hits him with a big shot and nukes him. Perez looks like he'll find a way out at times, but it's a tough fight, though, just because Perez is very, very good, and if he doesn't get finished, this is going to be a very good fight because he throws a ton more value than Manel Kape. But I just think at some point Kape touches him and finishes him. That Perez has been finished in 6 of his 7 losses, so why do I think anything would change here at a loss? Next fight, man. This one is going to be a banger. In the men's middleweight division, we got Chidi Bang Bang and Njokuani versus Albert Duraev Machete. Chidi Bang Bang is 22-8. He's currently sitting at minus 175. He's 34 years old, 6'3" with an 80-inch reach. Albert Duraev is 15-4, 34 years old. These dudes are only like a week apart in their birthday and everything. It's funny. Same age, same everything. But you see here in the height, Duraev's 5'11" with a 75-inch reach, where Chidi's 6'3", 4 inches of height and 80-inch reach, 5 inches of reach on him. Chidi Bang Bang, man, excellent Muay Thai. Excuse me, excellent, powerful Muay Thai striking, man. His elbows are sick. His knees are sick. He's got really good boxing. You've seen the 1-2 he hit Barriot with and finished him, which is crazy to do because Barriot's very hard to finish. He got out wrestled for by Dusko for the first 4 minutes of this fight, and was able to hit him with the elbow as soon as they stood back up, cracked him with the elbow in the clinch, put him out. Very well could be on a 5-fight win streak because he could have finished Gregory Rodriguez, man. That knee that he hit Rodriguez with to split his head open would have finished most people. And also it could have been stopped in between rounds, to be honest. And I had the under 1.5, so I was happy when I was mad that it didn't get stopped in between rounds, but then I was happy when Rodriguez ended up getting that finish because Chidi just had nothing left in the second round after trying to finish him in the first round. But he's got a decent takedown defense. It looked good against Gregory Rodriguez in that first round. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu now, so he's able to survive down there. Crazy striking. Like I said, he's got crazy ground and pound on top. On the ground, he's very, very heavy and very, very tough, man, and hits very hard. Albert Duraev, though, man, in the past, he's got the style that beats Chidi. He's a wrestler. He's got excellent jiu-jitsu. Like he's won some a lot of big jiu-jitsu tournaments, the ADCC and stuff back in the day. Good striking. He's got some pretty good knockout wins earlier in his career. He was out striking Roman Kopylov, had to take him down. Almost killed Kopylov in the second round, dude. He got on top of him and literally beat him from the mount for like 3 minutes. I don't even know how Kopylov survived that, but he looked, decent in that fight. He got cracked in the second round. It looked like he kind of gassed, but they both gassed. And then against Joaquin Buckley, man, he just looked awkward and off in that fight. His striking looked decent, but Buckley was just cracking him, man. He got a couple takedowns, but wasn't able to hold Buckley down. And then he just kept getting hit. His eye got messed up. This is going to be a very good fight because both these guys are well-rounded. And like I said, I end up staying away from it because Duraev has the exact style that beats Chidi, because Chidi can be bullied a little bit. And when he's taken down and worked over, he gasses out, man. He can, and just like with Gregory Rodriguez, or if you go back in his career and look, he's got 8 losses. He's got 4 KO losses and 3 submissions. So in his 8 losses, he's been finished 7 times. The only time Carvalho, who ain't even that good, was the only one that didn't finish him because he's not that dangerous. But everybody else throughout his career, man, Jeremy Kimball, real naked choke, ground and pound, and he's a good hammer, but not a great nail. But in this fight, I'm going to take him, man. I'm going to say that in that first round, he's able to stuff Duraev's striking or shots. And he's able to strike with him. And at some point, man, he's able to just catch him with that like 1-2 he hit Barriot with, an elbow, a big knee, something. Because Duraev slows down. Even though Chidi does too, Duraev does too. I'm staying away from this fight because I can also see Duraev coming out, landing takedowns, beating up Chidi really bad like he was doing Kopylov, and then either finishing him or getting a decision or probably finishing him. So staying away. I do pick Chidi, and I think he gets it done by KO at some point in the fight. But dangerous fight to me. I mean, they're both dangerous dudes, and I've just seen Chidi get beat by that style too many times. Next fight is the women in the women's flyweight division. We got Andrea Lee versus Macy Barber. Andrea Lee is 13-6, and she's currently sitting at plus 210. She's 34 years old, 5'6" with a 69.5-inch reach. Macy Barber is 11-2. She's currently sitting at minus 270. She's 24 years old, 5'5" with a 65-inch reach. So you see Andrea Lee's going to have a 1-inch height and a 4.5-inch reach advantage. Andrea Lee, she's got really good Muay Thai striking. She's got nice boxing combos. She's got good clinch knees. She's got decent elbows in the clinch. She's got decent offensive and defensive grappling. If she's got the better grappling than the girl she's fighting, if she's fighting a lower level girl like Ashley Evans Smith, she was able to take Veronica Hardy down, girls like that. But when she stepped up in competition a little bit, she was getting beat by Wood. She got out-grappled by Murphy. She got out-grappled by Modafferi. She was able to out-grapple Shevchenko because, it's Antonio Shevchenko that doesn't have any type of grappling. And then Cynthia Calvillo checked out. She's not the same fighter. And then she was way out grappled by Vivian Arugio. She was handled in that fight really easily. On the ground, she had a nice head kick in that first round. Well, she dropped her with a punch and then kicked her in the head right when she was getting up. But then she just got taken down and was gassed out within like, the end of the first round. She was already tired, man. Her grappling really slows her down, and she doesn't have the greatest grappling. She's 34 years old now. Macy Barber, she's got really good grappling. She's got decent striking. It's serviceable. Then she's got really good clinch, man. That's where she wins most of her fights lately. She's got a good clinch up against the cage. She's got good takedowns out of the clinch. She's got really good volume with strikes, elbows in the clinch. She was beating up Jessica I like crazy in the clinch. Same thing to Montana De La Rosa, who's a good wrestler herself. She's got good elbows and knees in the clinch. Striking is improving every fight. She's 24, almost 25. She's getting older and she's getting better. I love that she's training at Team Alpha Male. They've been getting her to use her grappling more, and her striking's even been getting better. Good wrestling and good BJJ. She's physically strong and explosive. She carries an excellent pace. She's got excellent cardio and excellent toughness. I'm picking Macy Barber. I'm picking her by decision, and I really like her because where Andrea Lee lacks in the wrestling, grappling, and she has a terrible gas tank in my opinion. She was death gassed against Vivian Araujo, who death gasses herself. So I think that Macy Barber is going to get the win here. I think that she's going to be able to clinch her up against the cage, beat her up with some elbows and stuff, and I think she's going to be able to get some takedowns. The thing is Macy Barber gets stronger as the fight goes. She was fighting Alexa Grasso, and she got beat up the first 2 rounds, came back strong in the 3rd round, and actually won it, man, with great cardio, great toughness, and great pace. She's going to do that to Andrea Lee, and the first round is going to be tough. The second round is going to be Macy Barber is going to be taking over, landing her takedowns more, and in the 3rd round, she's going to throw a beating on Andrea Lee. So give me Macy Barber and give me her by a dominant, clear-cut decision. Co-main event time, we got Holly Holmes versus Yana Santos. Holly Holmes is 14-6, currently sitting at minus 240. She's 41 years old, 41 and a half, 5'8" with the 69-inch reach. Yana Santos, 14-6. She's currently sitting at plus 210 or plus 200, 33 years old, 5'8" with the 68.5-inch reach. So she's 8 years younger, and they're the exact same size. But Holly Holm, excellent boxing, excellent kickboxing, really good kicks, not that dangerous. She's got a really good clinch up against the cage. She's got good takedowns. She's got good jiu-jitsu. She's able to stay on top, control girls, stay safe. She's definitely slowing down in her age, man. She's definitely not near as dangerous as she used to be back when she's head kicking Ronda Rousey. She's gone to decision a whole bunch, 1, 2, 3. She got head kicked by Nunes 4, 5. She got Beth Carrera head kick, which was weird because, Carrera basically let her do that. But looked okay against Vera. I thought she got the win. I thought she did enough against Vera, but she should be whooping her. But, she's older now. She looked really good against Irene Aldana, but that was 2.5 years ago. So we don't know what to expect out of her. I know we're going to get a Holly Holm that's good enough to beat Yana Santos, because at the end of the day, both these girls do the same thing where Yana Santos really wants to clinch and grapple, but Holly Holm's going to be better in the clinch. She's going to be better grappling. She's going to have better striking. I think that this is mostly going to play out within the kickboxing range, and then there's going to be a lot of grappling up against the cage and clinch, and I think Holly Holm's going to win all that, man. I think that she's going to be the one being able to land the takedowns, and she's going to win a close decision that's like not clear cut, or clear cut, but like just, I don't think she's minus 240 decision. Not at 41. She just hasn't been looking that good. But I do think she's better than Santos everywhere, and they basically do the same thing, but Holly Holmes is better everywhere. So give me Holly Holmes, and I really like the over in this fight. I would parlay the over with the Vergara under 1.5 for plus 116 if I was you. I really like that. Both of them safe. There's going to be violence in the one fight, and then this fight, both these girls are pretty harmless and aren't really finishing anybody. It's time for the main event, and this is going to be a banger, man. We got Marlon Vera versus Corey Sandhagen. Marlon Chito Vera, excuse me. Marlon Chito Vera, 22-7-1, currently sitting at plus 135. 30 years old, 5'8" with a 70-inch reach. Corey Sandhagen's 15-4, currently sitting at minus 160. He's also 30 years old, 5'11" with a 70-inch reach, which that's a weird thing. You don't usually see guys bigger than Chito out here. Chito's usually really long and tall, which he is. He's got long legs, but Corey Sandhagen can hang with them there. Cheeto Vera, dude, I love him, man. He's one of my top 5 favorite fighters right now. I just love his attitude. I love the way he fights. I love how he is. That last win against Dominic Cruz was crazy. Kicked his face off in that 4th round. Dropped him a couple times throughout that fight, though, too. Showed a really nice left hook. He's got them crazy front kicks to the face, man. Cheeto's kicking game is excellent. He's got excellent striking from either stance. He's got good boxing. He's got a nice left hook. Like I said, his kick game's wild. He's always throwing to the legs, and he always throws them front kicks to the face, man. That's what he caught Frankie Edgar with. That's what he caught Dominic Cruz with. The head kick, too. Just the way he caught Dominic Cruz with the left head kick, but he threw a ton of front kicks. Head kicks and front kicks is what he does. Rob Font, he looked good in that fight. His boxing was good. He kept hurting Rob Font with kicks and punches and dropping him, but he was getting worked. He was kind of getting worked by Dominic Cruz. He was getting worked by Rob Font. He was getting worked by Frankie Edgar. Davey Grant, lower level compared to these guys that he's fighting. He was able to get that clear decision. Lost to Jose Aldo. Got that little weird injury win over Sean O'Malley, lost to Song Yadong. That was a really close fight. We seen Corey Sandhagen was able to get that win over Song with the cut last fight. But yeah, man, Cheeto Vera, the only thing I don't like is he can be taken down, but he's very active off his back, man. Excellent elbows. He'll throw up some submissions, threw up the arm bar on Dominic Cruz. But he's low output. And other than that, I do like him. I like his forward pressure. He's constantly coming forward. He's very tough. He's one of the most durable dudes in the world. He's never even been knocked down. He's never been finished, never even knocked down. And I don't think so. I feel like Guido Canetti knocked him down for some reason. Like I watched that fight and he got knocked down in that fight or something. But other than that, man, one of the most durable dudes on earth, has great cardio. But just low output, can be wrestled, and really his fights are coming down to depending on him knocking guys out, or just hurting them every round to win that round. Corey Sandhagen, dude, this dude's freaking good too. He used a lot. I tried to use a lot of grappling against Song Yadong, but Song Yadong has really good wrestling, which it leads me to believe that he's going to use a lot of that wrestling here against Marlon Vera and have some success with it, because Marlon Vera definitely doesn't have as good a takedown defense as Yadong Song. Last fight with Yadong Song, he looked good. He took some decent shots in that fight. Showed he's got a good chin as always. Hit him with some really good step-in knees, flying knees. Hit him with the elbow. That the upward elbow is what actually split his face and split his eye open. But he's got excellent striking, good boxing with power. He's got a good flying knee, excellent step-in knees and flying knees. Frankie Edgar will tell you that for sure. Crazy step-in elbows and clinch elbows. He would definitely be better with the wrestling here, and he's got really good jiu-jitsu. I don't expect him to submit Cheeto or anything, but he does have good jiu-jitsu. If he can get Cheeto down, he'll be able to win some minutes for sure. He's got really good body punches, good knees to the body, works that a lot. And like I said, I just like – I love Cheeto, but I'm picking Corey Sandhagen here because I feel like that Corey Sandhagen is going to do what these other guys did, where he's going to win the rounds, because Corey Sandhagen has way more volume than Cheeto. And he's going to land a lot. Cheeto's hittable. So I believe that he's going to win these rounds. And where these other guys got tired and gassed out and got knocked out, and then fourth round, Corey Sandhagen's not, man. He's always showed a great gas tank. He's very, very tough. He's very durable. He's never been finished, except Aljo submitted him way back a couple years ago. But there's no striking stuff that's hurt him. And just very durable and very well-rounded, man. And I just think that he's going to be able to win the rounds and then survive the late onslaught that Cheeto's going to bring. It's going to be a really crazy fight. It's going to be one of the best fights of the year, I imagine, man. 5 rounds with these two dudes, both of them well-rounded snipers with good power. But yeah, Cheeto's got to watch not getting cut up by Corey Sandhagen with them elbows, knees, and all that. But hate that there has to be a loser here, but I'm going to take Corey Sandhagen, man. I'm going to take him by decision. And I just think that he's just so much more volume, and that he's not going to get finished like these other dudes. He's got way better striking than the last people that Cheeto Vera's been fighting. I mean, he's a way younger, bigger version of Dominic Cruz, and I think that he's going to be able to not get knocked out. So give me Corey Sandhagen. I think it's going to be an excellent fight. This is going to be an excellent card in general. But yeah, man, good luck this weekend, everybody. Check me out. I'll be on, me and Johnny's going to be doing a live show on my channel Thursday night. So check us out for that. It's going to be awesome. I don't think I'm going to be doing a live show this Saturday, man. I've got a lot of stuff to do. I'm going to be going down to Nashville with the family. So we'll do it, on the next one on UFC 287, man. I appreciate everybody coming out, checking out my stuff. I hope everybody has a good night and puts in some really good bets. Y'all guys have a good one. I was